What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I will be reviewing yet another collaboration beer. This time between the Thin Man Brewery, and they are out of Buffalo, New York, and Dancing Gnome, and they are out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and this is their Backwards Marathon. So they're calling this one a double IPA with Galaxy and Strata hops. Believe they're also using Mosaic based on their Instagram and Untapped description, but it doesn't say it on the label, but I think so. We'll see. Anyway, comes in at 8% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is just over 2 months old. So back in mid to late March, when they were touting this collaboration, I was like, you know what? I got to get it, because Thin Man is one of my favorite hop-forward producers in Buffalo, as is Dancing Gnome in Pittsburgh. And I was like, they're doing a collab. This sounds pretty good. I want to grab it. So I grabbed it. Channel went on hiatus. This would have been reviewed, 2 or 3 weeks old. Instead, here we are, just over 2 months old, and we should be fine. It's been kept cold the entire time. But yeah, I'm really excited about this one. Like I said, I think it should be Galaxy, Mosaic, and Strata, but they put just Galaxy and Strata on the label, so that's what we're going to go with. We'll see. Hopefully it's delicious regardless. I love Galaxy, love Mosaic, really like Strata, so feel like we'll see. Maybe there's going to be a big berry character, but then again, it could be coming from Strata, because Strata gives that strawberry note that a lot of people enjoy. Anyway, pouring into the hashtag proper glassware. We'll go something like that. Leave the rest for maybe later. Yeah, that has a really nice yellow-orange color. Vibrant, probably going to look more dull on camera, but in person, especially looking at the light, it just has this nice vibrancy to it. Murky, turbid, looks like a New England style double IPA. This is also double dry hop. Has a finger of a really creamy, off-white looking head. Looks beautiful. That looks like a hazy, for sure. Let's get a nose. Oh, it smells so bright too. Man, pineapple, passion fruit, a little bit of red berry. I wouldn't say strawberry, even though Strata's in there, and Mosaic sometimes gives me nondescript red berry. A lot of people used to say blueberry, not so much for me anymore, but oh man. Ruby red grapefruit, tangerine, citrus as well. Overripened peach. There's this really nice, like, herbaceous, slight dank character, but I also think I'm getting like a really nice earthiness, or like a dank earthiness. Some people will say, some of my fellow beer tubers will say like a dirty gym locker, or like a dirty gym bag. I get what they're saying. It smells that to me, that tasting note slash note in general, whether you're talking about the aroma or the taste, sounds kind of gross, right? Like you're like, that's, but I get where they're coming from. It has just like that dankness that like you open up, you're like, oh. But it has big, juicy, fruity vibes to it. Again, pineapple, passion fruit, ruby red grapefruit, tangerine, little overripened peach, things of that nature. But I like that dirty gym bag slash herbaceous, earthy thing going on. It's really nice, dank. It smells really good. And again, just over 2 months old. Smells like it's held up well. Hopefully the taste has as well. Cheers. That's really nice. Man, it has a sweetness to it that I wasn't like. It's funny because I smell it and I'm telling you it smells juicy and fruity, and you're thinking sweet. But a lot of times when I'm saying that, I'm just saying it smells like those fruits. I don't necessarily think that sweetness is going to accompany the aroma to the taste. In this one, it did. There is a nice sweetness. It's not like overly sweet, but there's definitely a sweetness in here. Body on this one's like medium, touch over medium, 8%. It's fine. Mouthfeel, soft, smooth, creamy. Not extremely creamy, not extremely smooth, but it's nice. The mouthfeel is definitely nice. Has a nice carbonation, like moderately carbonated, but then it smooths out on the back of the palate. The taste, this is more of like a sweet pineapple juice. Overripened peach, mixed in with like an orange and grapefruit juice, like an orange grapefruit, a ruby red grapefruit juice along with like an orange juice, like kind of a mixture. Has juicy vibes. And again, I don't say that a lot on my channel. I don't say like, especially with hazies, like they're juicy. I usually just talk about like how fruity they are, what part of the fruit that I'm getting. This one though has big juice vibes. That all hits me at the front of the palate. Halfway through, there's a dank herbaceousness that hits. It almost has like a weed kind of quality, but not like smoking weed, but like pulling weeds. Has like a earthy grassiness, I would say, more than anything. We'll just go with that. There's a slightly herbaceous, slightly dank, more like an earthy grassiness. It finishes semi-dry with a mild to moderate bitterness. even though it is pretty sweet up front and has a decent residual sweetness, it does balance out to some degree. So I don't think many people drink this one and find it like overly sweet, but I could see some people maybe not wanting to drink more than a can because it does have more sweetness than you're probably thinking from an 8% double IPA. I think it adds to drinkability because it does dry out enough and there's enough bitterness on the back end. I think it's more the dryness than the bitterness, because as I'm finishing the sip now after that, what was 5, 7, 10 seconds ago, my mouth is becoming more dry. I want to go back to replenish. And I do, rinse and repeat, and this thing will be gone. Pour the rest of the goodies in here, and then we'll formulate a score. But I'm really digging this one. Really nice stuff. I thought it was going to be. Like I said, Thin Man, as far as hop forward beers go and beers in general, one of my favorite in Buffalo. And then Dancing Gnome, one of my favorite of the half dozen breweries I've had in Pittsburgh. And I think they made a really tasty double dry hop, double IPA. I feel like there has to be Mosaic in here because I feel like that, I'm not getting as much berry, but that dankness kind of reminds me of Mosaic. But if not, Galaxy and Strata, whatever, it's still pretty good. So let me get one more sip here. We'll finalize the score. Yeah, it's just really good. Backwards Marathon, collaboration between Thin Man and Dancing Gnome. I am going to go low 4.25. I'm going to go 4.2. I think that's a fair score. This is really good. If you see cans of this, by the time you see this review, this one will probably be like 2.5 months old, something like that. I would still grab a can. If it's been kept cold and handled properly, grab a can of this. If you're here in Buffalo, I don't know if they, again, got any, like, when it comes to Thin Man, their distro. So go right into the distro and price point. Price point, I believe this was $16 a 4-pack. I think I paid like $4 something for that can, low 4s. All day, every day. That's a great price point. And availability, which I kind of segued into and then just was like, fuck it, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. The distro of Thin Man, they're overseas in Europe. They're down south in Georgia. They're in the Midwest. Like, people have seen Thin Man stuff. I think they're like in New Hampshire. They're all over the place. So I don't know how far distro this got, but if you do see this and you're outside of the Buffalo, New York area or the West New York area or New York State in general, let me know. Be curious if you picked this one up and what you think about it if you did give it a go, because I think it's really good. I really do. Happy with it. So, yeah, 8% too. No. Doing this blind, I would guess 7.5%, 8%, just because that's what beers like this are, but no astringency on the palate. Maybe a slight warming in the chest, but not much. But 8% nowadays is scary because you drink a couple cans and you're feeling real good and you can't taste it. It's kind of scary. So, yeah, not much more to say about it. Really happy with this collab. A lot of times collabs will go sideways. I think they did an extremely, extremely good job at making this one not only taste good, but super drinkable. Price point is great. I love it. So anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. Till the next one. Cheers.